Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. In today's part we are going to mess around and get some extra stuffs that we can get because we now have the mole mitts in our possession. So, yeah, it's gonna be another story time. Yay! So that, oh, derp, 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 derp. Remember when you don't let yourself read the text in recording mode? But, first off, we are getting a bottle from Grandpa Smith, and then we are going to fuse with Tingle. Now, I don't know how you guys were introduced to Tingle in the series, but for me, it was in Four Sword Adventures, and if you've never played that game, allow me to tell you that in that game, Tingle's scheme to become a fairy is to grab as many force gems as possible. Where does he get the force gems? Right from your spoils of victory. So, after a bit of Four Sword Adventures conditioning me to be a greedy little bitch about the force gems, I grew to hate Tingle with a passion, and I want to stab, stab him, but we cannot do that. But we could if this were a Four Sword Adventure LP. Just I want to strangle that little red-nosed green wearing. Anyways, back to the game. Right now, the big thing that's open to us is a series of blue Kingstone fusions that will eventually enable us to get our fourth and final bottle. The third one, as you saw earlier, being from Grandpa Smith's fusion. And Grandpa Smith's fusion always requires that piece, so once you have it, you can pester the guy until you see he wants to fuse. You will need to fuse 5 times total, I believe, to get the Gorons to break all the way through to the 4th bottle. And yeah, and in this part we get 5 of them, and I cannot remember exactly which cave has the final one, but I'm sure we'll run into it eventually. And down this path right here is a heart piece. Excuse me. Hey kitty. Loving love love. Loving love 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 love. Loving love 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 for the sheep. Loving love 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 for the kids. And reluctantly, I will admit that Tingle does have a use here. Basically, if you fuse Keenstones with him and his 4 brothers, it will open the way to something super special awesome, which will show up towards the end of this part, so I am not going to say it yet. And yeah. So about between the time I was recording part 14 and part 15, I had bought Link's Awakening from the Nintendo 3DS shop. And here's another piece of art. Basically with me, if it's a 2D Zelda game that is not Minish, that is not in the 4 Sword line, I pretty much have no clue about it. The Oracle games I never realized existed until way after the age of the Game Boy. Link to the Past, I don't think I ever heard of. And the first 2 Zeldas, I'm not entirely sure when I heard of that. But I do have the first 2 Zeldas. It's just I haven't taken much time to actually play them. Like the first Zelda, I went through the 4th. I got to the 4th dungeon, and there was this room with a bunch of monsters that I skipped over because, well, it's a room full of monsters. And I was able to complete the dungeon without beating that room, but I had a feeling that I missed an item that I needed, or an item that could make the game easier. So I went to try to go through that, and I kept dying and failing, so I just stopped playing the game from there. Zelda 2, I'm not sure I even got into the first town before I died and just stopped playing. Link to the Past, I have never even touched. The Oracle games, I haven't played. And Link to the Past, I just picked up. And it certainly it's pretty good. Though I've only played through it once, so I can't say my opinion on it is quite firm yet. I'm gonna need to play through it a few times to get rid of the I don't know what I'm doing stigma of the first run through. Excuse me. But I beat it about when I woke up today, and I love the the mix of the overworld theme that they gave to that game. It's just, it is getting stuck in my head so easily. Can't wait to get it even more stuck in my head, playing through it again. And the first time I went through Link's Awakening, I got all the hearts, I upgraded all of the upgradable weapons, though I'm not sure if I was able to get all of the secret seashells, but I got enough to unlock the sword. And I got all the heart pieces. I forget if I already mentioned that. I did not get all the photographs, mainly because I didn't even activate that until until after Marin had I had taken Marin to the animal village. But I might try doing that more, practicing to drill the game into my head. And here we can see the fruits of our labors in fusing keenstones with the Tingle Brothers. It will unlock 4 little subsections in this cavern, each with a torch you can light with a switch, and 3 of them have red keenstones, and the other has 200 mysterious shells. And one of the red keenstones is one that we're gonna need for something super special awesome, which we're gonna do right after I grab that big blue chest in the middle there, which you will see is available to us after we hit the 4th switch. And get that last keenstone piece. And now there's a ladder out here. And we go up and magical boomerang. Now, once you get this boomerang, if you bought the regular boomerang before, it will replace that boomerang. If you didn't get the regular boomerang first, it will just be your boomerang for the game. And here, one of my, it is probably my favorite, most favorite of the Keenstone fusions, because when we do this, we're gonna get something special. Not right away, but as you can see, that warp pad took us to some strange place that we've never been to before. It looks like we're inside of the house, and that guy is blocking the way out so that we don't know where we are. And oh, that lady looks kind of familiar. Didn't we see her at the festival? Whip out the gust jar to suck up that little thing, and you gotta try to keep the gust on him, otherwise he's gonna get out of it. And talk to this guy and he'll give you 100 mysterious shells right away for helping him. And since we've done this, he is going to give us something super special awesome later if we get to him the way the plot demands that we get to him. And it is gonna be really amazing once we pick up his little special gift. Trust me. Now, bit of a story about the recording process. I had to record this part twice, at least the footage, because the first time I thought, hey, let's just record everything at once and then chop out the parts that I don't need, that are gonna make this part oh so very, very long. But apparently the editing program I'm using, Windows Movie Maker, it does not like files that are... Let me pull it up. Documents. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing, computer? Here we are. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm just looking. Come on. Alright. It does not like videos that are 4,071,167 kilobytes big. So I had to re-record the footage because of this. And if anything, I am mainly upset because the first time around I got a Minish figurine, but the second time around I did not. I didn't even get Sorcerer Vati, regular Vati. Instead I got Zelda and Ezlo. They're quite wonderful people, but being a bit of a fangirl, I'm quite upset that I had to sacrifice that Minish Vati figurine for the part, but I'm certain we will get him eventually. And looks like the part is going to finish up. We are going to go to the warp point that the plot wants us to go to, and in the next part we are actually going to progress the plot stuffs. So I will see you then.